Now, Mr. Hale, before we move things about, you explained to Mr. Henderson just what you saw when you come here yesterday morning. By the way, has anything been moved? Are things just as you left them yesterday? It's just the same. When it dropped below zero last night, I thought I'd better send Frank out this morning to make a fire for us. No use getting pneumonia with a big case on. But I told him not to touch anything except the stove. And you know, Frank, somebody should have been left here yesterday. Oh, yesterday, when I had to send Frank to Maury Center for that man who went crazy, I want you to know I had my hands full yesterday. I knew you could get back from Omaha by today, and as long as I went over everything here myself. And yet, for all their worries, what would we do without the ladies? Dirty towels. Not much of a housekeeper, would you say, lady? Eddie and I had started to town with a lot of potatoes. We came along the road from my place, and as I got here, I said, I'm going to see if I can get Johnny Wright to go in with me on a party telephone. I spoke to Wright about it once before, and he put me off, saying folks talk too much anyway. And all he asked was peace and quiet. I guess he know about how much we talked himself. But I thought maybe if went to the house and talked about it before his wife, so I said to Harry that I didn't know, as what his wife wanted made much difference to John. To be sure, and yet, I know there are some Dixon County farmhouses which do not have such roller towels. I didn't hear or see anything. I knocked at the door and still it was all quiet inside. I knew they must be up. It was past 8 o'clock, so I knocked again and I thought I heard somebody say, "Come in." I wasn't sure. I'm not sure yet, but I opened this door, and there in that rocker sat Miss Wright. Ah, loyal to your sex. I see. But you and Miss Wright were neighbor. I suppose you were friends too.
Oh yes, there is a great deal work to be done on a farm, okay?
And what was that? You didn't like her?
Ew, that's a dirty towel. Your hands are not as clean as you think, okay?
Yes?
But I've not seen her of late year because I've not been in this house for a year maybe, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm going to stay here a while by myself. You can send Frank out for me, can you? I want to go over everything. I'm not satisfied that we can do better.
I like her well enough, and you know, farmers' wives always have the fool on their hands. And then...
Oh, I guess they're not very dangerous things the ladies have picked out. No, Miss Peters, doesn't need supervising, for that matter. A sheriff's wife is married to the law. Ever think of it that way, Miss Peters?
Miss Peters, do you think she did it? Mr. Henderson said that was coming out what was needed in this case was a motive. Well, I think she didn't, but she's just worried about her fruits. Oh, I don't know. Well, I guess John Wright didn't wake when he was sleeping the rope under his neck. Yes, Mr. Peters looks bad for her, and Mr. Henderson is just really awful sarcastic. I think he will make fun of her. That's just what Mr. Hale said. There was a gun in the house. Mr. Henderson said that was coming out what was needed in this case was a motive.
Oh, windows! Married to the law. I just want you to come in here a minute, George. We thought to take a look at these windows. Cakling. Itu ngapain?
Gak tahu, Cuk.
Mana balik? Mana? Yes. Enak ya? See, I guess I'm your waist. Married to below. No, Miss Peters. Doesn't need supervising for that matter. Bah. No, ano, alam ko rin yun. Oh, berarti ako nang sit. Oh, I guess they're not. What will we do about? Oh, kacamata gelap. Masa depan gelap.